So tonight, I think I will answer some of the most common questions that have been posed to me over the years. And these are in my books, starting with Many Lives, Many Masters, and the subsequent books. There are 8 overall. But sometimes it's difficult to dig through the books to find specific answers. People on Facebook have been asking questions, and in other formats at workshops, and so this gives me a way to answer them in person. One question that comes up a lot is, how do the numbers of souls fit? If there are more bodies than ever before on this earth plane, where do the souls come from? And I ask my patients, when they're in the deeper state, these very questions, and certain answers have come back more frequently than others. The most common answer is that this is not the only place, a physical or non-physical dimension, where souls exist, but the earth is just one school among many schools. And it's a very hot school now. By that I mean very popular. Souls want to come here to learn their lessons and to graduate. This is a difficult school, the Earth School, because here we have physical bodies. So here there is pain, suffering, loss, disease, death, these things that do not exist really on the other side. It makes this Earth School very popular. But it is only one of many schools, so souls are attracted here from many dimensions. The Earth is just one of many, many schools. And these dimensions can be physical or non-physical. And that's the answer that comes back most commonly. Another answer that has frequently been responded to for this question is that souls have the capacity to split and have simultaneous experiences in different bodies. Why should we limit the abilities of the soul by our physical and other projections? We shouldn't. So these 2 questions come up the most, and I'm sure there are other answers to this. So what I'm really saying is not to get distracted by the logical, these so-called logical explanations. There is always an answer. For example, people ask me about Catherine, the woman in Many Lives, Many Masters. How can she know BC? Because it hadn't occurred yet. And the answer to that is that all of these past life experiences really are memories. It is not time travel. You don't actually go there, look around, find yourself there. It is the same as remembering something when you were 15 or 10 or 7. And so, let's say you were 7 years old during a recall, during a regression, and you used a word that you didn't learn until you were 12 or 15. That's fine. It's understandable because it's memory. It's not actually time travel. And so Catherine could know BC just by the surroundings, paying attention to details such as architectural structures, clothes, and culture. And this is the answer to that question. Sometimes the question arises, how do you know when a past life memory or recall is real and when it's imagination? And in the beginning, it sometimes is difficult to tell the difference. To a therapist, it really doesn't matter that much, because anything that comes into the awareness, into the consciousness, is fine. It's good and it's all useful and should be interpreted. But the more that you practice, the more regressions you have, the more experiences you have, you'll be able to tell the difference. It becomes more clear. You may know historical facts or details that you did not know previously. Sometimes people speak foreign languages that they have never learned, and this is called xenoglossy, the ability to speak or understand these foreign languages, and that cannot be imagination. And oftentimes there is significant emotion present, which therapists call catharsis or abreaction, and this is another way to tell, because in daydreams and fantasy you don't have these significant memory evocations. It's very, very different in quality. And so these are just some ways to tell what is real and what is not. But sometimes, with a person having the recall, it will be a mixture of actual memory and imagination or fantasy or symbol or metaphor, much like in a dream. And then it is the art and task of the therapist to explain and understand and integrate all of these different elements. So that is the answer to this question. I hope in this series I'll be able to answer many more of your questions. I look forward to this. And also we'll be posting or talking about details of upcoming events and workshops, one-day workshops, longer workshops that I do all over the United States and all over the world. Already in this year, 2011, workshops are planned for many, many different countries. And more details will be forthcoming as we get closer to these events. Thank you.